Welcome to Seoul, South Korea.
I love US, bro. 사랑해, New York.
Where exploring the vibrant streets isn't just a feast for the eyes,
This is what I call a massive pancake.
but a banquet for the taste buds. From pizza buffets that offer endless options to the irresistible charm of Korean barbecue, the comfort of slurping noodles, and the satisfaction of sinking your teeth into a juicy burger.
Whoa.
Over the years, I've compiled a list of the top 20 spots that promise delicious eats without a hefty price tag. Of course, some of these visits dates back a few years, so the prices mentioned are based on my experience at the time and today's currency conversion, which may have changed. Now grab your chopsticks, fork, spoon, or whatever you prefer as we dive into the delicious, affordable side of Seoul's food scene. Today, we're in the epicenter of cheap street food, Noryangjin. And it's cheap because there's a lot of universities around here, schools, so there's tons of students, and they're cramming for classes all the time, so they want something cheap and they want something quick. So this area is just full of delicious eats. Let's see what we can find. Here, look at this. The menu, everything is under $5 US. Look at this. This is a lot of kimbap. Kimbap is good. Just a simple bowl of instant noodles with chilies and egg. For some reason, it tastes fantastic. Little kimchi, little noodles. Then dip the kimbap into the broth. It's simple, inexpensive, hearty, and delicious. I get you could just make your own instant noodles, but you got homemade kimbap, some good banchan. Get out a little bit from all the studying. Pretty cheap and delicious meal. And that noodle still retains a lot of chew, even though it's been sitting on hold for a while, especially on a cold day like this. Oh, this is so good. After that, you can open up your jacket a little bit. See everybody walking around with one of these. It's like a waffle sandwich. I'll do dessert now. 감사합니다. Ooh, looks good. I think little blocks of cheese. I have no idea what I got. This is just one of their top sellers. The waffle is really toasty and nice. Nutella inside. It looks like some condensed milk. Ooh, look at that. This is what a waffle monster will look like. Oh, I freaking love this. No wonder, everywhere I looked, people were just walking around with this thing. Oh my God. So the little cubes of stuff I thought was cheese is some sort of frozen condensed milk thing. Oh my God. There's ice cream in here. Oh my. I thought this was like, you know, just tastes like a waffle with Nutella inside. Like, who hasn't had that? But this one, oh my. The waffle is the toastiest, crispiest waffle I've ever gotten from one of these like waffle places. So you take a bite of toasty, crispy waffle and you get a mouthful of ice cream, chocolate, and that cube condensed milk, cheesy stuff. I still don't know exactly what it is. It tastes like a cross between like a ice cream and a cream cheese. I kid you not. This is a must-have. Oh, yeah, come here and get this. Travel here and get this. I would. This is one of those food items I'm going to be missing and thinking about when I go home tonight. I'm literally in a state of my mind being blown right now because I just did not expect this to be that good. This area is where all the students come. It's like a whole block of food vendors. And this one is in particular pretty popular. It's pancake and a hot dog. This is my ham cheese powder pancake hot dog. What's crazy about this is the outside of the pancake is really crispy. Inside, soft and airy. This thing is able to hold its shape because it's molded, almost like when you would fold a fortune cookie or something. This is one of the most interesting pancake hot dog things I've ever seen. Oh, and by the way, you guys missed this. I dropped it and I caught it. I'm a food ninja. It is what it is. Like, I will do anything to save my food. This is worth a try here. This is so interesting. The outside has got a thin, crispy shell. Inside, it just tastes like a regular pancake, a little sweet, a little doughy. Besides the mustard and the ketchup, it's crunchy coleslaw over a cooked hot dog. This thing's actually pretty tasty. I think the most unique thing about this is the outside pancake shell. I mean, the way he made it, there must be something with the batter, where you got that nice little crunch outside, but still able to maintain that pancake consistency inside. So I got this dish right here for $3,000. So what went into it, some fatty pork belly, a whole slice of Spam, a bunch of different sauces, and this glorious egg. And all that is sitting on top of steamed white rice. That is so incredibly tasty for $3. How did I not know about this part of Seoul before? I mean, I've been here before, but only to the fish yard. But this is where the treasure's at. The pork belly's great. It brings a little fat, which is always welcome when you have rice. There's a bit of heat in here to kind of balance out the fat. Of course, you got the creaminess from the eggs. And I didn't even invite the big chunk of Spam to the party yet. And what you do is you're supposed to actually mix it all together, which I didn't do. I'm watching the people besides me. I'm learning. There's a little bits of kimchi in here as well. And you gotta just mix it all up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is $3. This is so worth it. Make sure that creamy egg yolk just goes everywhere. This is just so amazingly delightful. Oh, the love. Every single bite. Creaminess from the egg. Tons of meat in here. Rice is cooked perfectly. You get a little spice, you get a little fat, a little crunch from the kimchi. This, for $3, you're getting a ton of flavor for the buck. It's like you went to an art sale and paid 50 cents for a masterpiece painting. Basically, an amazing food bargain. And this is exactly what I'm looking for. 部队锅 army stew. And there's really nothing heartier and more comforting, more perfect on a cold night than army stew. Also, this is one of the most affordable food items in South Korea. Army stew is one of my favorite Korean comfort foods. If you guys never had this before, this was created after the Korean War when food was scarce, so a lot of the ingredients came from army bases. That's why you got tons of Spam in here and hot dogs, and that was mixed in with anything that people had available. So ramen, sprouts, and it just put it all together and stewed it in a spicy broth. This is just the most perfect thing on a cold day. Usually you can get something massive like this for one person for about $7, $8, maybe $10. I mean, this is Hyundai area, so it's gonna be a little more expensive, but this is not an expensive food item, even though it looks ginormous. Inside the stew, little octopus, tons of ramen, tofu, Spam, hot dogs, rice cakes, sprouts, kimchi. Everything that will fill you up and warm you up is in here. Oh, I've been looking forward to this all day. First bite of army stew, whenever I'm in Seoul, it makes me so happy. I love so much this dish. And what's also so good about this dish is that we've all cooked army stew at some point in our lives, whether we're in school or whatever, we're broke and only thing we had access to was instant noodles and bits of hot dogs. Then you just boil everything together, you toss in whatever you had in the cupboards, toss in some hot sauce, and this is what you get. This is basically something that you cooked up in your dorm room or your first apartment that you couldn't quite afford. I mean, I remember having 2 rice cookers when I was in college. One of them, every Friday night, that would be like the gourmet night for me. It would go instant noodles, little bits of hot dogs, some scallions, whatever heck else that was almost expired that I could get for cheap at the local Kroger. Second rice cooker would just have rice. And I would just put this on top of my rice, and that would be like the best meal I had that week. So eating this, not only because it's so good, it's a comfort food I feel like most of us can relate to, and most of us can take a bite of this and be like, oh yeah, I remember those days. I mean, typically we wouldn't be able to afford the little octopus or be able to find that anywhere in this great state of Missouri. But everything else, the Spam, the little hot dogs, definitely. I can already feel the sodium attacking my hands. This is a good conclusion to any food day. Any food day. And then with this, you're gonna be really happy and you're gonna sleep really well. Here it is. All you can eat Korean buffet, 7,000 won. Not a bad spread. That is delicious fermented bean soup. Nice tofu, good veggies. So on the buffet, there's a lot of things. There's probably around 4 meat-related items, one of which is the jjajangmyeon. I'm telling you guys, this is not bad jjajangmyeon. Good seaweed salad. I know I'm praising like things that may seem pretty ordinary, but it's spectacular. Little sprinkle of chilies. Love the crunch. Love the aromatic sesame seeds. It's a rare occasion I compliment salad, so you know it's gotta be good. They got this massive tray of bulgogi. A little overly sweet for my taste, but juicy and tender. I think if you're a vegetarian, you would love this buffet. I mean, all the salads I've had, I'm off the hook. I think this is a fried fish. Excellent. Tremendous crunch on that fish. Everything I've had so far, quality.
This is the place I always come to whenever I'm in Korea. 12,000 won will get you unlimited spicy pork galbi.
Never gonna stick it out. And every cut of meat you get, once you get there, all you can eat, is less than $10. And the meat quality, again, excellent. Short rib is just tremendous. Anywhere you go, if they offer short rib, get it. The galbi, this is why I'm here. They got 2 types of galbi. One is marinated, covered in garlic. The other, the spicy one, that's a coming. You gotta save the VIP for the grand entrance. Not so good. It takes a special kind of meat when it overshadows the beef that's on your grill, but pork, that thing definitely does. It's tremendously juicy, and they cut it really thick, so the juice is just retained in here. Little sweet, tons of smoke from the charcoal. You don't need to dip that in anything. Only route that thing needs, straight from the grill to your mouth. All right, the star has arrived. Spicy bulgogi. This is what you come here for. If you can't intercept them before they bring you the first order of like the regular bulgogi, start with the spicy, because you want to start with it, you want to finish with it. This is it. The reason I always come to this place. Oh yeah. There's a lot of really cheap pork all-you-can-eat barbecues in Seoul. They're all average around like $10, $11, $12. Come here and try this. So much spice. Juice is amazing too. It's rare where you find like pork where you can eat so much and still feel like you want more. Because usually the meat is so fat. This is slap me in the face good. There's some parts of that galbi that got little pieces of cartilage too. Oh, that's a nice chew. All you can eat Korean buffet, about $5. There's quite a lot of dishes on the buffet. It's a $5 buffet, so not really expecting much. There's 3 meat dishes and then a bunch of veg dishes. Some banchan as well. Everything is homemade. Just a little chewy, crispy little fish with sesame on there. That's awesome. Also, the kimchi is extremely spicy. In the meat dishes, a little bulgogi, spicy bulgogi. Distinct, slightly sweet. Whole chili peppers in there, which brings the heat. The flavor is really, really nice as well. Ooh, that brings way more heat than just gochujang. And I like the fact that there's a ton of fat on this pork. This is definitely a little local seafood. If I came later, I don't think I could have a seat. All right, round two. This looks like spicy pepper beef and cabbage and blood sausage. Got the rest of the banchan. Basically got the rest of whatever I didn't get last time. Seaweed, fish cake soup. Fish cake is so tender. More bulgogi. Wow, this blood sausage looks so good. That might be the best thing on here. Spicy, yummy blood sausage. And this pepper steak, this tastes more like tofu. I mean, if you really wanted to get by kind of budget in Seoul, places like this is how you do it. I mean, super delicious homemade food. It's not even like you're eating at a cheap buffet. The food doesn't taste as good. This is delicious homemade food. And it'll leave you very, very satisfied. I am looking, I think is this place right here. Barbecue for about $6. So basically Korean barbecue for about $5. This is a cool place. Got to order the pork belly, which again, runs for about $5. Kimchi, sprouts, lettuce, and here it is. At the pork belly, kimchi, put it on the bottom, and the cooker is slanted. So when the pork belly cooks, all that nice fat is gonna just flow all over the kimchi, and that it's gonna stir fry the kimchi with pork fat, making it even more delicious. Perfectly charred, tender pork belly, little sauce. Eat it with the stir-fry sprouts and kimchi. We got 2 orders of pork belly, so about $10. Unlimited kimchi, sprouts, all the banchan you want. Stir-fried all that up with some garlic. Oh man, this is a delicious pork belly. My advice, 100% throw the garlic on that. Best way to eat this, dip the pork belly, couple garlic, some stir-fried kimchi and sprouts. And the kimchi and sprouts are so good because they're cooked in all that nice pork belly fat. Another reason why I love this country so much, if you want to go for some super quality, beautifully marbled beef, you can do that. Or just go to a local restaurant and get a pork belly barbecue for about $5. You can do that as well, and both places are gonna taste exceptional. I love walking around Sinchon. This area has got so many hidden gems. I'm burning these a little bit right now, and the quality of pork they use is so delicious. Again, no gaminess, nothing like that. It's just pure, good quality pork. Again, cook the kimchi and the sprouts in all that nice pork fat. That just makes everything taste so much better. If a la carte isn't your thing, you can easily find an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet for about 13,000 won, so about $10 around here too. So this area really is the place to go if you want some good, inexpensive food. Oh, this is good. Let's see what else is on the menu. So everything on the menu is pretty much $4 or $5 per order. So got some pig skin, and I just kind of randomly pointed, so we'll see what else shows up at the table. Pig skin, a little green powder. Oh, that is nice and gelatinous-y. Eat it with some kimchi and some sprouts. Put some roasted garlic on that as well. And the banchan, they always replenish. And that's like a meal on its own. Pig skin is one of my favorite things to barbecue. Only mistake I made, I should have put on an apron. Splashed in my favorite shirt. Oh, I asked for a cold noodle too, which is about $3.75 for a bowl of cold noodle. I might have missed it though. I think instead of the cold noodle soup, I actually ordered the soybean soup. That's good though. That sucks. They actually, all places like this usually have aprons, so this is my fault. Amateur move, really. Here we are. This is a place owned by a Korean celeb. This place is incredible value. All you can eat jjajangmyeon for about 5,000 won, so around $3.50 for this noodle buffet. On top of that, of course, kimchi, radish, also fried rice. Jjajangmyeon looks delicious. They start you off with that massive, massive bowl. All you can eat jjajangmyeon for about $3.50 US. This is so crazy. This is so freaking good. This might just be the best noodle deal in all of South Korea, hands down. Noodles cook very well. It's got such a nice chew to it. The sauce is deep, rich, earthy, and delicious. Little sweetness from the caramelized onions. There's bits of pork. Tons of umami in this bowl of jjajangmyeon. The noodle was really, really good. Texture is perfect. The jjajang sauce, not overly sweet, but it feels a little too rich. Chase it with some kimchi. Oh, and the kimchi has shreds of pork in there as well. I'm not sure if the price is affecting my appetite, but this is as good of a jjajangmyeon as I've ever had. I mean, everything about this sauce, the noodles, you just want to keep slurping this thing. Grab a little bit of chili powder, add that in for some additional heat. And what I see people doing is taking the jjajang sauce, mix it with the fried rice. Yeah, the sauce goes really, really well with the fried rice. Drop in a little kimchi. This is so freaking good. Also, chase your jjajangmyeon with some raw onions. Juicy and sweet. I definitely recommend adding some chilies in here. Make this a little spicier, add some kick to your jjajangmyeon. And they have other stuff besides jjajangmyeon. If you want all you can eat jumbo, which are Korean spicy seafood noodles, that's $7 so about $5. Oh, that's a pretty good deal too. And when you're ready for a second bowl of jjajangmyeon, just go up to the counter, speak to the manager. 감사합니다. You get yourself another bowl. I think after a couple of bowls, instead of the bus, I feel like I need to walk home. Happily though. Every seat in this place is taken. So you go down a line and there's all sorts of different dishes, from banchan to meats, rice to soup to noodles. I got a little bit of everything. Spicy tofu. This is really good. Tender tofu, a lot of heat. Chase it with some cold noodles. Meat options, there's Hamburg steak, which is very nice. And the soup is pig blood soup with sprouts. Oh, this is awesome. Ooh, this thing is really, really spicy. Nice crunch from the sprouts with scrumptious chunks of blood. Food quality here is really, really good. What's really impressive about this place, well, besides the fact that there's literally about 100 people here and they just opened up, it's only about $6. And you can get as much as you want, and there's unlimited beer. There wasn't a lot of chicken options when I got to the chicken. This is like, I think, sweet and sour fried chicken. The chicken is phenomenal. And this thing has got a ton of flavor. Really crispy, spicy, sweet, and savory. The chicken's freaking fantastic. Chase it with some cold noodles and kimchi. I got a lot of these giant chunks of ribs. I can't believe this buffet is only $6. Everything is so freaking good. The common theme here seems to be spicy. A lot of spicy items here, which is what I love. Tender ribs, a lot of heat. A lot of flavor as well. That goes so well with the purple rice and the soup. This soup is absolutely phenomenal. So much blood in every single bowl. And what people usually do, they usually just pile everything they want in a tray one time. It's a giant tray, so this thing can fit a ton of food. That was a satisfying, comforting meal. I mean, everything tastes like it came out of mom or grandma's kitchen. I've been to a few of these really economical buffets. I think this place, 100% best quality. Usually there's not that many meat dishes. Here there was chicken, Hamburg steak, giant pieces of ribs, all delicious. A lot of spicy items. My tongue is still tingling. The soup is awesome. The fried chicken is ridiculous. If you ever do come here, definitely get a lot of that. And I'm in this area where there's a lot of office buildings, so it's mainly office workers going in for a quick meal, but for around $6 US. The flavor, quality, the variety, you're not gonna beat this place. So if you're in Seoul, you wanna get some quality Korean comfort food, that's the place. Highly recommend. Next place I'm going to, I came all the way to Hyundai for this. This is a very popular skimmin place. So if you just want to come here and get a regular bowl of skimmin, it's only 9,500 won, which is about $7 US, making this incredibly affordable. I jazzed it up a little bit. I got a thick piece of chashu. I got an egg as well. But even this combo, it's about 10 bucks. And look at how thick this piece of chashu is. Wow, beautiful golden color on the outside. Giant layer of fat. It's just beautiful, and the noodles are glorious looking as well, glistening and gorgeous. So I asked for spicy, so there's some chili powder on top as well. This noodle is grabbing onto that dipping sauce so well. This is freaking fabulous. Bowl of skimmin. The noodles are so scrumptious. You taste hints of sweetness from the wheat, and the texture, just absolute perfection. The dipping sauce is rich and thick, and it's just an absolute umami explosion. The dipping broth, you definitely taste the anchovies. Oh, and the chilies they put in here. They're not messing around. My whole tongue is on fire, but you never want to stop eating these noodles. Egg is deliciously creamy. Look at the chashu here. Oh, holy pork. This is one of the greatest pieces of chashu that ever laid on top of noodles. I kid you not, the whole thing, the lean meat, the fat part, the whole thing just dissolves as soon as it goes inside your mouth. There's so much flavor, the texture is absolutely perfect. I don't think I've had skimmin here in South Korea yet, and this has just exceeded all expectations. There are a lot of places like this restaurant here where you can get any one of these menu items and a side of barbecue beef for about 9,000 won. So here you can either get cold soup noodles with meat, no soup cold noodles with meat, or bibimbap with meat. Or you go for their winter season selection, you get a sizzling bibimbap, or beef soup, or knife cut beef noodle soup with meat. Again, for around 9,000 won.
Usually I love some cold noodles with my barbecue, but I've been eating that for I think 2-3 days straight. So some sizzling bibimbap. It smells so good. Oh, that's so good. Toasty rice bits, crunchy veg, meat, mushrooms, scallions with some spicy gochujang tying it all together. Combine that with some sweet, really smoky barbecue. Oh, this barbecue is amazing. That's so tender. There's a ton of smoky flavor in that meat. This is just the most amazing deal. Whether you're getting cold noodles or bibimbap, like a combo like this, it's so filling and delicious. All for the price of a Big Mac. That was a really good call. Getting the sizzling bibimbap. It just smells so good, it tastes so good. All sorts of different textures, spicy. It goes really well with the meat. And that meat, every time you chew, that sweet smoky flavor just intensifies. I lived in South Korea, find a place like this near me, pretty much just go there every single day. This is by far the biggest all-you-can-eat pizza buffet I've ever seen in my life. The only other all-you-can-eat pizza buffet I've ever been to was the one at Pizza Hut, but not every Pizza Hut has them. And it would just be like about maybe 7 or 8 sold pizzas and a little salad bar. This is intense. This is dozens of items. I count over at least 60 different items. The appetizer, non-pizza portion of the buffet is just tremendous. You got blood sausage here. Tastes like buffet blood sausage. So a lot of this stuff, obviously, they're kind of like fusion Korean, Italian food. This is carbonara glass noodles. Dare I say, I really like that. The sauce is creamy, extremely spicy. Like you would never find something this spicy in Italian food, but this is like Koreanized. A lot of added spice. They make their own potato chips. I see like chefs back there just cranking the stuff out, so it's relatively fresh. Oh yeah, this corn is intense. It's like butter, and I think this is like cheese sauce on top of this corn. Yep, not a lot of cheese sauce. It's good, but also very saturated. It just tastes like that Cheetos sneezed in my mouth. Flavor-wise, everything's pretty darn good. Chicken skin. That's delicious. That chicken skin is really good. That thing is crispy, that thing is fatty, and that thing will make your day better. They have like all sorts of pizzas, some trendy and some like traditional pizza. This is a bulgogi pizza and potato wedges. One bite, I knew this thing tasted off somehow. And upon closer inspection, let me show you what I found. Is that broccoli on this pizza? I knew I tasted my enemy. I have a little idea after a few bites exactly what this is. First of all, there's bulgogi on here, which is amazing. It actually tastes really good on pizza. Huge beef flavor. On the ends, there's some mayonnaise or some kind of sweet cheese. And then there's like cheese and broccoli on this. But besides the broccoli intrusion, not too bad. Time for round two. This is the sweet potato deep dish pizza. That's actually really good. I mean, it is, again, very, very, very starchy. But that's a creamy sweet potato. I'm so glad I could just take like a small slice of one of these pizzas. If you dare to eat like one full pizza of this, half of this, you don't need to go to the bathroom for the next month. This is the too much steak pizza. So there's bacon on here, and it looks like maybe some sort of bulgogi. There's corn, there's onions. Too much steak pizza. Really don't think you can ever have too much steak. I gotta tell you, there's too much steak pizza. It's definitely not a mistake. It's good. Whole tray of food, about $2.50. Put some sauce on your salad. Look at this, perfectly cooked, crispy golden crust. Wow. Glistening meat in the middle. The outside is perfectly light and airy and crunchy. Just the most marvelous little subtle crunch. And I learned from what's wrong with Secretary Kim that this is the best part right here from that guy she went on a blind date with that wouldn't give her a piece of his katsu. The best piece, according to him. That guy's onto something. That is the best piece. That's definitely the most crispy piece and probably the fattiest piece. On top of that, you get some miso soup, serving your rice, kimchi. I mean, look, this is not going to be as tender as like a $15 piece of katsu. But at the price point, I'll come back to this place every single day. So, two pastas, they're signature classic spicy cream, and this is the olive oil pasta. And this pasta, $3.75. It's chili inside, there's herbs, slices of garlic. This thing smells incredible. Also, free pickles. Again, I don't think this pasta place is rated very well by people here. This is a really good pasta for the price. I mean, $3.75. Noodles are super al dente. It's super garlicky, buttery. I like it. This is their signature spicy cream pasta. Oh, I think with sliced brisket mixed in too. Whole chili peppers. This is about $6. Well, I think they put peanut butter in here. A little sweet and peanut butter in it. Super creamy and spicy. Again, perfectly cooked noodles. I mean, this is definitely better than anything you'll find at Olive Garden and at about a third of the price, but without the breadsticks. I wish they had unlimited breadsticks. Burgery. This place kind of looks like an In-N-Out burger. And you can get a burger for around $3 US. So you can get a big fresh burger for about $4, fresh burger for about $3. This thing is piping hot. Looks kind of like a smash burger. Tons of sauce, sauteed onions, lettuce, tomatoes. Whoa, this is a delicious, buttery, juicy burger. Beautiful scrumptious patty with a nice sear. Caramelized onions adds a bit of sweetness and smokiness. The buns are very, very soft and buttery. Like I said, full of buttery yumminess. You got the crunch from the lettuce and the pickles. The sauce is perfect, the patty is perfect, and for $3, makes this taste even better. So this is the typical set menu. The thin spicy pork belly with the soup. So this is about $30 for two people. Or you can just get the pork belly. This thing's delicious. See another fellow food vlogger right back there. One reason I love this place, charcoal grill. Just like the all-you-can-eat buffet earlier, charcoal just tastes better. And the pork belly either comes in soy sauce or spicy sauce. Highly recommend the spicy sauce. Of course, comes with unlimited banchan. If you run out of anything, there's the bar, just go fill it up. My stew is here as well, look at this. How hearty does this look? Ah, so good. Full of kimchi and little bits of pork. Actually, I shouldn't say a little bit. So much meat in here. The meat in here, the chunks of meat are so fatty and tender. I mean, you get the nice crunch from the kimchi, and you get a chunk of meat, that thing just dissolves on your tongue. It was like taking a bite of that delicious smoke. Best way to eat this, coriander leaf, meat goes in, more meat goes in, little sauce, bundle it up. Just ridiculous. I'm gonna give you a gooey egg, look at this, to go with your meat and stew. That's just the best bite right there. Usually in Hyundai, I like to focus on all you can eat barbecue places. Definitely make an exception for this. Like I told you guys, this Chinatown is mainly northeastern Chinese food, which involves a lot of flour-based like buns and dumplings and noodles. And also it's a very, very meaty part of China. A lot of root vegetables, a lot of lamb, a lot of beef. So I got a lamb soup because on a cold day like this, lamb soup's gonna feel really, really good. Also, I got a beef noodle soup because freshly made noodles is a specialty in Northeast China. I gotta give that a try. All right. I forgot, this is Korea. Sometimes when you get meat soup in Korea, they don't put any salt inside. They let you salt it yourself, which I find kind of weird, but a little pepper, chilies, salt. I'm getting there. Way more salt. Oh yeah, now that great lamb flavor shines through even better. It just warms your whole body up. It's really smooth, almost creamy lamb soup. There's a lot of lamb innards inside. I like a little organy flavor. That is great. I gotta try these noodles. Freshly handmade noodles, the guy's making it outside. Oh, this is delicious. Heck yeah, baby. Wow, this place is awesome. Come here and get some lamb soup and get some beef noodles. Satisfaction guaranteed. The noodles soak up the flavor really, really well. Ingredients wise, this is pretty simple. It's beef broth, little scallions, a little meat. The combination of the chewy texture and the flavor, the noodle is just intense. Let's do more chilies and Chinese vinegar. This place just smells like how I remember a noodle shop in China would smell. It's just filled with that great lamb and beef aroma. Oh, this is fantastic. A little white pepper. So glad I got these two dishes. Again, when I was trying to order, I was mocked by the people working here. They're like, you can't order those two at the same time. They're both soup dishes. And I'm like, let me order what I want, please. Chase it with little pickled vegetables. Again, you can tell this is hand-pulled because the noodle shapes and textures are different, and that's where all that great mouthfeel and chewiness comes from. This is truly authentic Chinese beef noodle soup. Oh, this is so convenient. They actually have everything in English. Grilled chicken, marinated pork, whole pork belly, intestines, rinds. There's cold noodles for 5,000 won, soup 3,000. There's soju, sodas, rice. Okay. Banchan's, everything's here. Get yourself some scallions, sesame oil, and some salt. touches are so good. First time I had it since coming to South Korea. This place is so good. Right now, it's absolutely packed. Every single table is taken. But the quality of pork is delicious. It's so nice and juicy. I love that it's charcoal. It makes such a big difference. The pork is so fatty and nice that I like it when I kind of overcook the meat a little bit. So the fat is nice and charred like this piece right here. Best way to eat this though, a little sauce, put it on the lettuce. I like to add a couple pieces of raw garlic and a little chili. Oh, that's good. Again, having real charcoal is so vital to get that great smokiness into the pork. I can do something like this. Huh? Also, this is good quality pork they're using too. No gaminess whatsoever. There's so much fat, and I love how you just crisp the fat up. I mean, that piece of fat just dissolved on my tongue. This is a really good place to just kind of socialize. So you see a lot of people here with their friends just sitting, drinking, having a good time, eating food. And honestly, if I lived here, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Next round, marinated pork, always awesome. But this right here, unlimited pig skin. This is the treasure right here. I would go to an all-you-can-eat barbecue if they only had the all-you-can-eat pig skin, because this stuff is amazing. This is done. Oh, so good. So good. The texture is just amazing. Oh, the marinated pork is awesome. When that thing chars up, the marinade just caramelizes so nicely. I highly recommend this barbecue. You're gonna like it.